Welcome to a bright, breezy, but sunny Yorkshire. So in today's video I am going to be reviewing this, which is the Alpkit Brukit. I've had it for 6 years and I'm going to tell you why it's still a bit of kit that regularly goes in my rucksack. So I don't know about you, but I'm at that time of the year where I'm starting to think about what my plans are maybe for 2024, backpacking wise, what trips I want to do. And as part of that I've been looking through my kit, perhaps deciding if any of it needs replacing, what bits are still fine, etc. When you go on YouTube, of course, I have to find a lot of the reviews on there straight out of the box almost. You know, they're like showing you the latest great thing that's coming to market. You know, it's going to make this great difference. But actually I think really you only see the true value of kit after you've used it for a long period of time. And so I've got two pieces that I want to show you. The first one of those today is the Alpkit Brukit, which I bought originally right at the beginning of 2018. It's had lots of use in various different scenarios. I'm going to talk you through it now and tell you why I still think it's a great bit of kit and it still goes in my rucksack. If any of you have watched my channel, you'll know I absolutely love my brew. And it's a really important part of my backpacking routine. In fact, it's probably the bit that I look forward to most in the day. But anyway, I love my brew. So the great thing about the Brukit is you get to a nice spot, you think, oh, this would be great for a little break. Great spot to have a brew. So what I love about it is how quickly and easy it is to get everything set up and to get your brew on. So the Brukit itself comes in a nice little bag, and then everything is inside the lid. So you've got a support for the gas canister if you want it. You've got a kind of a support there for a pan if you want to use a pan on it. Then you've got the burner and heat exchanger inside. So all you've got to do is screw the heat exchanger onto the gas canister, stick your water in the lid. Now unfortunately the piezo head on this no longer works. That probably packed in a couple of years ago. Probably my fault, it's probably from mistreatment rather than anything else. So I have to light it with a match, stick the lid on, stick the lid on, boom, brew is on. So I've really enjoyed that ease of setup. You know, you can quickly stop, quickly get your brew on. You've no need to worry so much about windshields because it's pretty well protected from the wind. It's really efficient and it soon has your brew on the boil and ready. So I've no idea how long that was in terms of boil time or whatever, but it was pretty quick. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Can quickly have a nice brew, alright, without too much faffing about. I've used this Brukit on some longer backpacking trips. I used it on the coast to coast walk. I also used it when I did the Scottish National Trail. Really for the convenience. When I go backpacking, I do have a kind of routine where, you know, mid-morning, mid-afternoon I'll stop for a brew, and just having this top of my rucksack just made it really convenient and easy to use. The other time I've tended to use it as well is when I've been going more on winter trips. I find it's much more efficient in winter than other stoves that I've got. So for example, if I go stay in a bothy or I'll just do the odd overnight winter camp, I'd tend to go for this Brukit rather than the other stoves that I've got. The kit then is still as functional as it was when I first got it. It has a non-stick coating on the inside of the main pan, which obviously doesn't work quite as well anymore, but it's still perfectly usable. I still cook in there from time to time, works fine, and of course boiling water, no issues at all. It comes with this pan adapter. All I do is turn those metal bits on the top. You can just sit it on top of your heat exchanger, your burner, it says heat, yep, and then just cook with a normal pan. That works really, really well. The heat exchanger itself is working just as well as when I first got it. I've got a friend who has a Jetboil. He's had some issues with his. So in terms of functionality, 6 years on, loads of use, loads of knocking around in my rucksack, everything still working fine and really well. Other times I've used the Brukit as well have been, and when it's really good, is when you're going out for like a picnic. So I've used this quite a few times with the family when we've just been out for the day. You know, you're having a picnic, bring the Brukit out, everyone has a cup of tea, all think it's wonderful. So wonderful that my daughter-in-law asked her to buy her one. I can't remember if I bought it for a birthday or Christmas. So this is the newer, updated version of the Brukit. And you'll see it's pretty much exactly the same 5 years on. The only thing I would say, the main difference, the only real difference with it I've noticed is the lid and the pan handle, and this pan handle I think is definitely better than the one that was on the original one. It's got a see-through lid on it, which I think works better. On the inside it's got markers that show you the different amounts of fluid that you put into it, liquid that you're putting into it. But aside from that, everything else absolutely identical. Now, of course, with all bits of kit there are disadvantages. No piece of kit is perfect, and in this case with the Brukit, it's its weight. So when you weigh everything with the pouch as well, it comes in at around about 580 grams. Now, if I'm wanting to do a lighter weight backpacking trip, for example, if I know the weather's going to be really, really nice, I'd probably still go for something like my MSR Pocket Rocket, which again is a really trusted stove that I've had for a lot of years. And if I use that with a couple of titanium pans, that comes in about 320 grams. So that's considerably lighter. If I want to go even lighter than that, I've got one of these cheap 25 gram stoves, which actually work fine. So if I use that with a couple of titanium pans, that comes in about 220 grams, so really light. So I'll use those on things if I'm doing races like mountain marathons. So if I want to go really, really lightweight, I can use that. But that's nothing like as efficient as either the Pocket Rocket or the Brukit. So I know that there are loads and loads of stoves out there, and I think it's about finding one that suits you. But for me, this one, it's efficient, it's reliable, it's easy to use, and it's a great price. I mean, as I say, it cost me £35 when I bought it. I think at the moment it's now about £58, and you can pick it up a little bit cheaper if it comes along in the sale. But I'd have no problems recommending it. 6 years on, this stove is still going in my rucksack, and will be doing in 2024 as well. So as always, if you've got any comments, anything you'd like to add, other stoves perhaps, I know there are also very similar designs to the Brukit out there. Obviously you've got the Jetboil, which is a lot more expensive, but also some cheaper versions from other makes as well, like OAX. Are they working as well as this? I don't know. Be interesting to know. But as always, I'd appreciate your comments, and thank you for watching.